watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today I have to give a big shout out to Slip Joint Sawyer, Matt. I want to say thank you for all that you do for the channel and want to really let you know how much I appreciate you partnering up with me for all our live shows and the things that you do, and just know that you are very much appreciated, and I just don't find the time to thank you enough. So thank you, Matt, for all that you do, sir. And make sure you are subscribed to his channel if you're not already. If you're a big fan of my channel, I would think that you would very much enjoy Matt's channel as well. So you should go and check him out if you aren't already subscribed. So today's review is going to be with this case knife. Comes in this white box with the gold lettering. That indicates it's a carbon steel bladed knife. Okay, and then you have model number here 22516. It's a black synthetic smooth medium Stockman. And you'll notice the pattern number there is 2318PU, which doesn't stink. It's actually punch. And it's got the carbon steel blade. So it's got a punch on it instead of the spade blade. So pretty cool. Also, this came from Shepherd Hills, so it's an exclusive. And I did actually pay the $48 that you see there on the special tag. So this was just under $50, making it just fit into the budget range of reviews. So we've got a closed length of 3 5/8 inches, black synthetic handles, nickel silver bolsters on either end there. They're just plain, rounded style. And again, this is based on the 18 pattern Stockman. Been around since like 1940, and when it was first introduced, and I think they've been, producing it pretty much ever since. You've got the nickel silver shield there with the case oval, and then the font inside. So kind of the old traditional style shield that you have there, not the more modern one with the long tail C that you see on the front. It's the older style. But this is not an older knife. Actually, if you look at the born on date, we should have looked at that before. It was November 3rd of 2022. So it's not an older knife, but it's got the older style shield on it. But yeah, 3 5/8 inches, black synthetic handles, nickel silver bolsters, brass pins. The handle is super smooth. Love the feel of that in my hand, the synthetic. Just has a really nice feel to it. Nice rounded edges there along the corners. Really good hafting. And you get the nice brass liners, which I really enjoy. And you can see those are pretty thick for this size of knife. Good thickness to the center liner there. And yeah, this is all well constructed. Nice mirror finish on the back spring. And I'm not seeing any gaps at all, so that's super good. This is one of the better built case knives that I own. So it's did a really fantastic job on the fit and finish on this one. So I'm pretty happy with that. And let's take a look at the blades. Well, if you kind of just look at the profile first, I have to say that this is probably a knife where I would probably use the sheep's foot more than the main blade. Just so the way it's designed, like this 18 pattern has a very pronounced hump in the middle with the sheep's foot blade. And in fact, if you look at the punch, when I pull that out, you can actually see how high up that blade is, that you could actually see the point of the blade above the channel. But of course you can't really hit it because of the other blades in the way, right? But yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing there. And yeah, you get the nice punch on there instead of the spade blade. We'll take a look at it first since I already pulled it out. And you get the rounded wedge style grind on there. It's just on the one side. And then a nice tip. And some swedging there at the top. Look at the profile there. Kind of makes it narrow with the swedging, which is nice. Useful reason to have it. Nail neck there on that mirror finish. Again, these are carbon steel blades. And then on the back here you have that indication with that CS tank stamp there. So yeah, it's got no half stops. Just a nice even pull on it. About a 6. And yeah, going to be some blade rub if you open it like that. So you're probably going to see that. Yeah, right here on the blade. That's going to be pretty typical. But again, like I think I'd be using the sheep's foot blade quite a bit as the primary blade. Let's take a measure of that punch first. So total length on that, it's just shy of 2 inches, and then you got like an edge of about 1 5/8. So a pretty useful tool there. Again, you can use that for a lot of things. Leather, a good leather working tool, putting a notch in your belt, that sort of thing. You know, I recently lost quite a bit of weight, so needed a tool to put a new hole in a belt, and that worked really well. So yeah, pretty interesting design that they put the punch on there. I like that they give you that option. Of course, most of the time you're going to have a spade blade there. But the sheep's foot, again, I think it's kind of more it's the secondary blade. I'd probably use it more like the primary blade than I would on some other Stockman where I'd use a clip. I just think it makes for a lot more comfort because you have now a low profile here with that blade exposed. All right, and again, about a 6 pull on this one. Good snap on the close, easy to access, sticks up prominently there, and just a good shape for a working knife. You got a nice sheep's foot blade there that gives you a nice little spot for your finger to kind of choke up, and that's not going anywhere in that position, and I can get 4-finger grip on there. So the 18 is just big enough to kind of get your 4th finger on there in full, but not bad on the return. Kind of like the snap. Some authority on the close, the full open position. So yeah, that's a pretty clean edge on that as well. Let's take a peek. Looks like they've done a better job than oftentimes you'll see. A little heavier on this side, but probably sharper than honestly more you usually get on a case knife, to be honest. So not too terribly bad. I'm sure that could be touched up, make it a little bit better. I do feel the wire on this side. I can kind of feel so that needs dropped to make it its best. But yep, that's a pretty cute little sheep's foot blade. Let's take a measure of that. So again, the full length of the knife or the handle was 3 5/8, and the sheep's foot's just shy of 2 inches, and you get a cutting edge. Not quite 1 3/4, just shy of that. Okay, so let's take a look at that main blade, and might be better off to just kind of take that out first so that we won't get any unnecessary blade rub there. There you have a nice little Skinner blade or a California clip. Take a look at that nail nick. Pretty good spot for it, kind of in the middle, get some good torque on it. I'd say it's about right in that 7 range, 6.5 maybe just shy of 7. There's a look at our tank stamp. Get the case XX design there, and you've got 4 dots on top and 4 dots on the bottom. So 2 dots removed from the 0 year, so that makes that a 2022. And that does line up with what the box is saying. There you have that pretty prominent little tang stamp there. Pretty easy to read, this one. Done a nice job of stamping that blade. And again, nice lock up on it. Take a measure of that. It's going to definitely be UK legal. You're only looking at like a 2 5/8 inch total length. Cutting edge about 2 1/4 inches. And again, nice slender design, but again, I don't really think I'd use that as my primary blade on this particular Stockman, which, like I say, normally I would. It's just that prominent, easy to reach sheep's foot. So if I'm in the need for a sheep's foot blade and that's the primary blade I'm wanting to be using, I may just give this a carry. All right, so let's take a look at the sharpness on that main blade. Again, pretty thin grind on that. Not a whole lot going on there. Feels rather dull, actually. It would probably need some touching up. Good point on it though. But yeah, I think I'd have to go over that again. Give it a little bit more of a profile and sharpen that up a little bit more. But kind of what you might expect from a case anymore. It's just kind of how they come. Alright, so let's look at this other blade again. I don't think I showed the model number or the pattern number information, but it says there 2318 PU USA on the top there. And if we kind of push that up there, we can see the CS. So yeah, definitely the carbon steel on that as well. So 2 indications of that. But yeah, nice that it gives you the full pattern number on the blade. So the punch gives you the CS designation. This gives you the full pattern number, unless you know it's USA made, and then the main blade just gives you the dating for the tank stamp. But overall, really cool knife. I'm really happy with it. I think it's got good blade action. The blades need a little sharpening, you know, and that seems to be the case with the case models now. So it just need a little freshening up out of the box. But overall, I think it's a really cool design. I like that it's got the punch, makes it a little different, and it's very affordable. You know, like $48 is a pretty good price for a Stockman in carbon steel. So not too shabby. And I think I'll be carrying this one a little bit. But I hope you enjoyed my review, guys. Again, the model number there, if you're looking for this one, you can get this on Shepherd Hills Cutlery. It's $48. It's model number 22516. Again, in that black synthetic. There you can see it's a Shepherd Hills exclusive, so that's the only place you're going to find these. And this pattern type with the punch. But pretty good value there at $48. So I do recommend this one as a nice little Stockman carry, particularly if you like to use sheep's foot blade. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We'll see you next time. Take care.